Right, so the time's come again to head off on the bike for a few days. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to go through what I pack when I go on a short ride around here. Obviously I'm in the tropics. It can drop down to 12 degrees at dawn, but it's up to 30 degrees during the day. But even the summer in England, you are going to want to carry warm clothing. You're going to want waterproof clothing. I've got the luxury of not needing that. But overall, the idea is pretty much the same. So, without further ado, let's have a look and see what I've got with me. Starting at this end, we've got clothes. You don't need to take too much. For the evening, there's a pair of socks, there's a light t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, pair of underpants, pair of shorts, and at this time of year, a down gilet, as it can turn a little bit chilly. Most people take too much. They seem to think that if they're going for 5 days, they need 5 pairs of underpants. Well, you carry some washing powder in a plastic bag there, you do your laundry every night. Moving on, toiletries. Obviously oral hygiene, toothbrush, toothpaste, mouthwash. I carry some soap. A lot of hotels have these little sachets of shampoo and soap, but I don't use those because I just don't like the idea of every time I have a shower we've got to throw plastic in the sea. And sun cream, a little bit of tiger balm, insect repellent, and some earplugs. You don't really need earplugs in Thailand because people are generally quiet and respectful, but if you don't take them, you can guarantee you'll have a load of English football yobbos next door and you'll need them. And then I put my coffee in the morning. Titanium mug with a folding handle. Don't hang it on the outside, it doesn't look cool, it looks like you've never done it before. Hanging it on the outside, your mug gets full of dust. It's really so daft. I mean, you put stuff in it. Coffee, I just carry an Nescafe and an immersion water heater. Difficult to get these days, these things are. Most countries, they seem to have been outlawed, so I stocked up a few years ago. Moving on, spares. The small light cable lock and the small padlock. Hardly ever use it because I take my bicycle to my room 99% of the time. If I had to leave outside, this would be fine in Thailand. Probably not if you live in Europe, especially not in Amsterdam. I'm carrying some extra sealant for my tubeless tyres. I did a while ago head off, had a puncture, sealant had dried out, so I had to put some more in. Just put it in through the valve, tyre sealed, job done. Spare tubeless valve core, puncture repair. I've also got a tubeless plug, so you can plug a tubeless tyre from the outside. So really punctures shouldn't be a problem in the 21st century. If you're not tubeless, you really should be. Why have punctures when you don't need them? I carry a multi-tool. This one's quite nice by Blackburn with removable Allen keys. It's got a chain splitter, a valve core tool, that kind of thing on it. I carry a Leatherman with pliers and a knife, very useful. I carry this little wolf tooth chain power link tool just to separate the links, and it's got some spare links in case my chain breaks. Just take out the broken link and put a power link in. Obviously some chain lube, piece of rag, and some spare spokes. Spokes have a way of knowing if you've got spares with you. If you don't have spare spokes with you, you will break a spoke. If you do have spare spokes, you won't break a spoke. Carry your spare spokes. Here's the electronics. I carry an iPhone with me, which I can't show you now because I'm using it to film. That's a nice little double charger which will charge the iPhone and the gadget. Yeah, it's like a witchcraft thing, like a map on your handlebars. Very clever. Finally, there's the snacks for when you're on the hoof and you get hungry. The last thing you want is to run out of calories, so Thailand, there's plenty of little restaurants selling noodle soup and rice dishes, but you can be pretty sure that every time you get hungry they all disappear. So there's some jelly bear thingies, there's a cereal bar, some M&Ms, and then when they run out I can just restock. at 7-Eleven, which there's quite a lot of here. And I just carry some headphones in there so that I can maybe listen to some music while I'm on the road, or I can watch something on Netflix in the evening. That's about it. So let's see how we're going to pack it all. The days of panniers and racks are long gone for me. I carry my stuff in what I believe these days is referred to as bike packing luggage. That is a seat pack, a small frame bag, and what's referred to as a tank bag. That's it, that's more than enough luggage for a journey like this. So let's have a look and see how I pack it. As much as I dislike plastic, I have to confess when I'm packing for a journey, I use plastic bags. So the clothes all just go in a bag. And into the bottom of this bag. Toiletries in the toiletry bag. Coffee in the coffee bag, and a pair of spectacles. This is Revelate Design bag. They were one of the originals to make these sort of bags. First, it's very difficult to get them outside of the United States. I remember desperately trying to get one 10 years ago, but now they're quite easily accessible. So there you go. This is only, what, a third full at the moment, so I can get loads more in here if necessary, but there's no need for anything more. What else do you need? I'll put this stuff, so the spokes, tie wraps and tyre sealant, I'm going to put this side in this frame bag. There's just like a small, more like an envelope this side. It's out of harm's way. Put the chain lube, the rag in here. Put these tools in here. If I put that in the bottom there, that's out of the way. Put the tools back here. Chain lube. Rather than pack these, this is the electronic stuff, I'll keep it where it's easy to get at, just in case I need to charge a battery. So there's the power bank there. If I'm in a restaurant, I can obviously plug the charger in whilst I'm dining. Put that in there. That's that. This is the iPhone. I keep this in a device called the Pocket. Finally, snacks go up here, a pair of spectacles. And then just to finish off, the final few bits and bobs, I usually have lights. And the reason I carry lights is not because I have any intention of riding at night, simply because it does get dark early and quickly here. So by 6 it's dark. If you have any problems, it just gives me that bit of security that I can carry on for another hour if I need to find a guest house. Water, just 2 regular size bottles. There's shops quite regularly here, unless you go into the wilderness, in which case I might carry an extra bottle. And oh yeah, of course, I mentioned previously that I carry an inner tube. I've never actually had to use one since I've been tubeless, which is, I don't know, 60,000 kilometers. But you can guarantee if I leave it behind, I'll need it. And of course a pump. And finally, there's the navigation device. Right, so off the top of my head, I think that the bike with pedals and ready to ride, I think it's about 9.5 kilos. Now, with all the luggage that I need for a journey, it weighs in, bike, luggage, everything weighs in at 14.5 kilos with lights, witchcraft map, all the luggage, everything. The only thing it hasn't got is there's no water in these. So it's 14.5 kilos. So well, that's about 5 kilos for luggage. That's all you need, kiddies. Right, you are. Cheerio.